Hey guys, Double here, and okay, there we go. I think it was upside down. Here's part one, or the first part, I guess, of my unboxing and first impressions of The Last of Us. This is the Survival Edition. Using the laws of common sense, you should be able to figure out which part comes first. So, I was stupid and didn't open this, but I have a pair of scissors. Yeah. It's very awkward to hold a camera while doing this. Oh. Got it. And there's a fly in my room. That's great. So, here's the actual game. I'll deal with that last. Here's the American Dreams comic book issue 1. I believe there's 4 of these. Yeah, right there. Issue number 1 of 4. Personally, my area doesn't really have much comic books stores. And here's the art book. Pretty fucking big. Look at all this. I'm sure someone actually has the full art book somewhere. I'm just sort of flipping through. Look how big this is. I was not actually expecting it to be that big. And there's codes in here somewhere. Maybe they're actually in the game case. Yeah, they appear to be actually in the game case itself. For dynamic theme and PSN avatars. There's also some DLC. And if you get the survival, and I believe the post-pandemic, you get the Steelbook version. There's the name. Open her up. There's the game disc. Here's my PSN thing. Yes, the code is in fact on that. Some cool Naughty Dog stickers. I'll put those on my wall over there with the Maker Studio stickers. Whoa, shiny. And still get, let's just take the disc out so you can see it. Still get the sexy reversible artwork. Unfortunately, since this is a Steelbook, I can't reverse it. So yes, that's the Last of Us Survival Edition unboxing. Doubt you can still get this. Yeah. So, see you for second part of this video, in which I'll be giving first impressions probably up until the first boss. Okay, and here's the second part with sexy music from the official soundtrack playing in the background. Yeah, so, I don't know, I was led to believe there were bosses, but I haven't made it to what is like a traditional video game boss yet. There's been like sort of tutorial fights against the clickers, and I have fought actual clickers, but I wouldn't really consider them bosses. So, I played an hour and a half, 2 hours into it. Just got Ellie, basically. And then did the sneaking around in the shopping mall. And that's about the most spoiler thing you're gonna get here, by the way. And none of those, from what I've seen at least, are really super story important. Well, getting Ellie obviously is, but if you didn't think you were gonna get Ellie, then you obviously weren't paying any attention to this game, including the box art, the soundtrack cover, anything. You just, I don't know. So, first impressions, I really like the game. I guess I'll say a couple of things I find annoying. One, I don't know if it's just because the game sort of looks so much like Uncharted. Like, looks as in how you're... It looks like if you're not actually really paying attention, that you're playing an Uncharted game with, like, everything destroyed and no ammo anywhere, not very many people. So, but there still looks like there's stuff to climb on, but climbing, obviously, isn't a big thing in this game. So I constantly find myself, instead of crouching, because crouching under holes and stuff is the main way to get out of, like, a stuck area, I constantly find myself trying to climb up the wall or something because I see ledges up, and then I remember, oh right, you can't do that in this game. This isn't Uncharted. So that's probably, like, my biggest annoyance, which I think I've sort of stopped doing that after a while. That was just sort of a first doing it okay, yeah, thing. My other annoyance wasn't really to do with the game, it was getting the soundtrack is kind of awkward. I've never had, like, a soundtrack downloaded from from a special edition like this, but basically you get it in the PSN store with the DLC and avatars and all that stuff. And then it was nowhere to be seen, so I was like, okay, what the hell happened to it? If I can't find it, then I guess I'll have to pirate it because I really wanted this. I paid for it, and it appeared to have been misdownloaded or something. And then apparently it's under games, and you have to install it. Yeah, and then it goes to your music, and then you have to put a flash drive in your PS3, transfer the music to that, put it in your computer. I just wish, instead of all this mess, they could have given you, like, an iTunes code or an Amazon code or even a physical CD, because you obviously bought the physical version of the game, so just a physical CD, because then you could have put it in both your PS3 and your PC fairly easily. So, yeah. And third, the art book. It's amazing. It's like 170 something pages, I think. But what I don't like about it is, like, page 16, and it's just like, okay, the Joel and Ellie part, I can look at, like, early artwork for them and all the artwork they used and then avoid most spoilers. Like, the Ellie page has a spoiler right on it, and I've already made it to the point in which it spoils. It's not, well, I guess it is super huge for, like, the game. And I don't know if Naughty Dog mentioned it because I haven't really been paying attention to what they've been saying. I was just sort of like, oh my god, can't wait, oh my god, can't wait. The only review I read was IGN and it didn't mention it, so I assumed it was a huge spoiler. Also the wording was like, we tried to design Ellie so it would hide this factor as long as possible. I'm like, wow, and then it gives it within 2 hours of the game, and I'm like, well, that's not really as long as possible. I thought this was going to be like final cutscene or something like that, but it's not. So don't read the art book if you want to avoid spoilers, apparently. Even though I've passed that part, I'm not even going to open it again until I beat the game. So that's my annoyances. 2 of them are like survival edition, so if you just bought the normal The Last of Us game, you only have the Uncharted thing, unless you've never played Uncharted. Or Tomb Raider. The game actually looks somewhat like Tomb Raider, how, like, everything's empty except Tomb Raider has tons of ammo laying everywhere, which doesn't really work. The things I really liked, I really like how when you die, it tells you what you did wrong. At least in my experience, that might just be like a randomly generated thing and just happen to get what I did wrong each time. Like, my first encounter with the clickers in the shopping mall, I was going a little too fast and it said, hold the control stick a little less and you'll go slower. Or one time I tried strangling one of them because I was out of shivs, and it said, you require a shiv to stealth kill a clicker. Luckily, they have a bunch of stuff to craft shivs, so it's not that big of a deal. I got a shiv pretty quickly. I also like how it sort of tries to put you into the game. Like, it's not, as I've mentioned before, not giving you tons of ammo, so you're actually sort of worried, okay, do I want to just stealthily kill everyone around here? Because if I don't, then I'll end up running out of ammo. But if I do, it will take a lot longer. And yeah, I also like the health system. In case you haven't like gotten to a point where you're almost dead or something, and not like just from the clickers, a point where you've actually almost died in battle. You don't, at least from what I've seen, it might be just super slow. You don't really regenerate health like most action-adventure games, Tomb Raider and Uncharted coming to mind. At least I'm pretty sure this is classified as action-adventure. What you need to do is you need to get health kits, which you can craft or you can find. I think there's also little health packets that automatically restore health, and then you just hold up on the D-pad and hold R1 to restore your health, and it restores you to full. So at first it was kind of annoying, but I've sort of grown used to that fairly quickly, and I kind of like it because it's more realistic. You're not like, oh my god, I'm almost dead, I'll go hide in this corner until my health restores, and then I'll just start shooting at things again. Because that's what I ended up doing in Uncharted half the time. Just, okay, Elena, you take them out while I hide in the corner and restore my health. And there's one other major oh yeah, the prologue. I'm not going to mention what, at least I'm pretty sure it's called a prologue. Basically, the very first thing that happens when you start the game. It's introducing the infected thing. Clickers don't exist yet because you have to be infected. They give the amount of time, I forget what it is though. I want to say 5 years. Yeah, they give the when the infected thing's happening and Joel's trying to escape, everyone else is trying to escape, the military aren't letting you escape, and then something happens. I'm not gonna say what, but it's actually a really powerful thing for within the first half hour, not even, of the game. I was not expecting something like that to happen this early in the game. The thing that does happen, I was actually honestly expecting to happen at a later cutscene to a different character, which, once, if you really care, you can PM me and I can tell you, but I don't want to give spoilers, even though I could have said that, I guess, in a roundabout way that wouldn't give spoilers. Anyway, the game is super fun. So far, what I've played of it, I'd agree with pretty much everyone's score of the 10 out of 10 thing. Like, the clickers work, they're kind of annoying and, like, suspenseful. Okay, am I going slow? Am I going slow enough? Am I going slow enough? Am I going slow enough? Do I have a shiv? Yes! Killed! They're kind of suspenseful, and then there's the just normal infected, which I actually honestly hate more because they usually end up gaining up on you, whereas the clickers, you can like walk right in front of them if you're quiet enough and they won't see you or do anything, so you can, they're a lot easier to kill, I find. I don't know, I haven't died to a just normal infected thing yet because like I have 2 other people attacking one. But anyway, oh yeah, one other annoyance, and this actually makes the game a lot easier, but I find it annoying because I think they were going for the realism thing, which by doing this they didn't. Your partners appear to have unlimited ammo. Like, Tess hasn't run out of ammo yet. So that's sort of annoying because, like, as I said, everything else they're doing with the health, Joel's ammo, how everyone's just trying to survive, basically. Also, I like how in the options menu there's an option to turn gore off. It's like, why do I honestly care? I bought an M-rated game. I obviously don't give a shit for a red puddle around a person who was shot's body. I don't think that happens if you strangle them. If it does, they lose another point for realism. But anyway, I'd strongly suggest picking up the game. I don't know if you can get Survival Edition anymore. I highly doubt that. You might be able to buy the soundtrack on Amazon. The art book, maybe eventually. The comic book, yes, you can get. So all the Survival Edition stuff you can probably eventually buy. It will go more than $89. No, it was $80. Yeah, $80. $79.99. It'll probably run you more than that, because that's only like $10 more than the normal game. No. Double do math. That's 20. Anyway, I've rambled on long enough. I'd strongly suggest at least picking up the normal edition, and if you can find it, the survival edition. Post-pandemic, I still say is a bit of a rip-off, just because I'm pretty sure the only extra thing it comes with is a statue. However, I might be wrong, so I'll post the picture right now of what it does come with. And I will see you guys later.